Hi guys, we're back. Okay, so make sure that your canvases from the last part of the lesson, make sure that your canvases are dry. Or at least dry enough that you can paint a little over them. Some of the thicker places, like here in the base, they're okay to touch. You probably don't want to like do too much over top of them, but all of this is already in a good enough, it's probably been like, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. But it's pretty good. So this is where we're at right now, and actually it's looking pretty darn good. Can you see that? Yeah. So we're getting ready to go. And then here's the little guy. Boom. Okay, now what I would do, this is pretty thick in a few places in here, so I'll be kind of careful with that. But everything else in here, it's good. We can move on to the next part of the painting. And I was going to tell you, so where the chalk was, like around, you know, kind of like the outline, you can use your finger and kind of go in there and just, you know, get that chalk off. You can wait until it is drier in the end, but just know that that's an option for you. So right now we're going to mix up a couple different colors. We're going to use the magenta and the red, and we're going to use some white. And I'd like to look at both of these and see which ones, what direction I'd like to go in. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this first. And then now this magenta is a transparent, and it actually it dries pretty dark. So I want to make sure that I actually have even in the most vivid part of it, I want to make sure that I'm going to use white. Okay, and I'm going to put some more over here. Okay, because this is very opaque. And it's going to give me all my pretty shades in between. Okay, so let's do this. And actually, I need some of my product. Now we're going right back to our product again, which is the nice, big, beautiful gel medium. Now all of this is all dry, so you can go right on top of it, just like that. And I'm going to do it right over here too, just like that. Now, I like to use several different colors when I'm doing the tree. So, actually, we're going to use all that product because no sense in having that go to waste. There you go. And I'm going to go ahead and stay on top of this and wipe off my spatulas as I use them. I may need a little bit more. Okay, so pretty, 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 pretty. Now remember that this is going to dry lighter. Or no, I'm sorry, darker. Oh, I like that. That's going to look beautiful. These are all in like the nice cool tones. Very pretty. And I still want to mix this one right over here with, we're going to do the red, because I kind of was thinking about a little bit of an orange, and I thought that that would be like super cool. So let's do a little bit of red here. Ta-da. There you go. Ooh, this is pretty too. Now, do you see the difference? This is a little bit warmer. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Very pretty. Okay. I'm going to start with this. Now, I also was thinking that I might like, actually, I kind of like this one a lot. I might like to try a little bit of orange. So let's just throw out a little bit of yellow in here. And we might kind of do a little mixy. So this might be kind of interesting to have multicolored leaves or flower blossoms or whatever you want to call them on the tree. So here I did them separate. So I did one version, I think I probably did green and then came back with the purple, and then I also did the bronze. Or actually, I think I used like an iron ore. And I like that combination, but they were done separately and they were allowed to dry in between, so they didn't blend too much with each other. But maybe we're going to do this a little different, and we're going to have them blend so we can kind of capture that really beautiful look that I like. And maybe we will use this one on here. I like it. Okay. Now I want to do a little bit of mixing with this. Let's see. Let's kind of go like that right there. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I like that. And that will end up drying. Okay, now I'm also going to take a little bit over here. Let me just use this yellow. Pretty. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. I'm going to use this one for now. There we go. Pretty. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to put a little more in this one. Okay, now remember we're using the product. This is the product right here. There we go. Maybe a little more of this guy. Okay. So I think I need a little more because I'm going to use mostly this on my, although the other one could look really good too. And this is where your personal preference is going to come in. You can do this any way you want. All right, break the rules. Don't listen to the rules. Make up the rules as you go. All that kind of stuff. That's really what art is about. There you go. Maybe a little bit more. There you go. Do I need some more here? Yeah, definitely. There. Maybe a little more here. There. Okay. So, let's get these going. Out the way. Very nice. Now, I'm going to, no, this is the red. Let's cool down. I am going to add just a little more magenta here on the side so I can have a little bit of a variation. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Plus, I'd like to be able to mix a little in along the way. When I say that, I mean I'd like to have different color variations within one swipe, one pass. Okay, so we are going to start with our biggest rose petals or blossoms or whatever with this particular spatula. See it? Okay, so, and I'm going to start in here and I'm going to kind of go out. So let me put this, let me move the whole palette up now that you've seen that mixing. to start right in here. Now what I'm going to do is kind of put a little pressure and then do like a little swoop. Kind of fiddle with this a little bit so you'll start to get the idea of maybe how you want to do it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and mix a little bit more. Here we go. There we go. This is my favorite part. Now, if you'll notice, what I'm starting to do, is actually mix in the two. So I'm mixing in the orange that I made with the same shade of the magenta and the one straight up with the white and the product, of course. Now here's a little bit of the chalk. See what I'm talking about? You can go ahead and wipe that out, or you can wait until it's all finished. That's fine. Oh. Yeah, I really like that with the orange kind of mixed in like that. You see that? Okay, so what I want to do now is I would like to move the size of the spatula that I am using. And I want to go, let's see, I think I want to go down a little bit in size and do some smaller ones. I like it when they're a variety of sizes. So. What else you can do? You can go back to the original knife or spatula that we were using, and you can use just a tiny part of it. That's another way that you can go ahead and form these little blossoms. So you can use like a corner of it. Can you see that? Now, personally, there we go. Kind of digging this color. Back to the smaller. Here we go. Now, you know, I kind of thought something that might look really nice with this too is I like it when some of the cherry blossoms are different colors. So maybe I'll want to go maybe a little like purple. So maybe I'll want to add a little phthalo and maybe make it a light one and add like a lot of white or I don't know, but as I'm looking at it, and now actually what I'd like to do too is kind of go back in here and touch some of the pure magenta and then add that in places as well, you know. There we go. I love it when you go through the almond orchard and you see all the blossoms and they just start to kind of go and you see the different colors and they're just very pretty. I think that's kind of what these remind me of, you know? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's one that fell off the tree. Okay. Now, I like to go over the edges, so I'm going to kind of get a couple little ones that kind of, because remember I said the tree's kind of growing up and over the top of it, so I wanted to kind of have that effect. Boom. I'm going to get some of these darker guys in here. There you go. There you go. Oh, you're pretty. Okay. Yeah, I talked to it. There we go. Yep, a little bit more. Now, I think you should start to get your own rhythm. Now, I'm going to go right over the side here. Like this. Here we go. Yeah. Sorry. There you go. I'll have a couple up here. And right here. But I want a little darker on there. Okay, right here too. Okay, can you see that? Okay. And yeah, maybe there's something down here falling off the trees. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Right here. Now this is where you kind of look at your piece and you decide if you think it looks balanced and if you like it, because really that's the only thing that matters. So there you go. Now I'm going to let this sit for a second and I'm going to start on the other piece. And you know what I might do is come in with a third color for this one. So like I said, I might drop that down. Yeah, maybe I'll use on this little guy, these ones right in here. So I'm going to move that right over there, and that's totally fine. And let's get a little of this going. Same thing. I actually, what I should do, and I'm going to do that, is wipe this baby off. Remove this. It's going to be kind of a little big for this piece, so I might have to drop down a size because this is just a tiny little petite thing. Okay, so here we go. But I like the shape of these just a little bit more. Let's go more even with the orange. There we go. Now we're talking. I don't like that one. Let's fix that. Yeah. It's mildly big for this. We're going to try something else too. Okay, we're going to go back to this. I think you remember this one. And we're going to try putting them on just like this. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so I wanted to use a little bit of this in a couple of places as if they were just baby bits of color hitting that. So, give me a little bit more of this guy. I'm going to have to go at an angle. Can you see this right here, like that? If I do it like that, I know it's tiny. I'm going to try and hold it like that for you. And then you can kind of see, but I'm just going like that. Okay, so back to here. Bum-ba-da-dum. Here you go. Yeah. Very cool. I want to put some right in here. Maybe get my little guy. You see that? Okay. So, actually, I can take a little bit of this magenta, which would actually be like way cool. You see what I did? I'm just kind of dabbing it in the center of some of these. It's just pure color. There we go. No product, no mixing. There we go. It's kind of giving me a little deeper state in some of the middle ones. Yeah, maybe here. There we go. Yep, let's give a little bit here. Now let's try. Let's just mix up a little blue in here and see here. Let me give you another crack at what this looks like. There you go. See that? Okay. So let me pull out just a touch and see what we can come up with. So we're going to go both ways. We're going to go ahead and try it with just a little more of the blue, and then we're going to try it with, and let me get a spatula that I haven't used. And then we're going to try it even with, with a little more white. So we're going for purple lavender, maybe somewhere in that range. Okay, but we want just kind of a cool intensity. So I'm just going to take a teeny weeny bit, just about like that. I'm going to mix this. Okay, we need a little more red, because that ain't just cutting it. Okay. We definitely need a little white. Now, I will say this. I love to mix colors. I find it endlessly fascinating. And I just like it. I like it a lot. I like how many different shades you can get, you know, with just a couple of colors. But the difference and the variety that you can get in one painting, just the colors alone, could be incredible. So, okay, let's give a little more product here. See, this is getting very lovely. Let's go even just a little more. A little more. That's real pretty. Okay. Now this will make a nice little variation in this piece. Okay, so I'm just going to give a little bit. Oops, let's see. So let me turn it this way for you to see. Now I'm running out of spaces to be able to hold and show you, but let me put it like this. I'm just going to, oops. Real pretty. Okay. If I get right there, I know I'm going to put my finger in it, but I'm going to go really close. There we go. Pretty. Maybe something right over here. Over here. 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 Just a little bit though. And a little piece down there. Whoops, a little bit much on there. Okay, so that needs to be a little bit more. I like it. So we've used several different colors, and like I said, this is a chance for you to play. This is a chance for you to play and to try different things. It's really about the technique with the palette knife and embracing it. So we are going to let this bad boy dry, and then we can come back in the last segment and do any kind of highlights that we want to do or any kind of final touches in changing it. But this is what it looks like for now. So now I'm going to go ahead and return to the other one. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to mix in violety. It's going to be pretty. And see if I like that. Okay, so can you see me mixing down here? Here we go. We're going for it. I'm going to take some of this white and get it going right there. So I'm stealing the white. Okay, this is pretty. When it gets cool like this, it reminds me of like when the moonlight hits something. It gives it a little bit of shade. That's kind of what we're going for. Okay, so here we go, Miss America. Okay, so I'm going to use the smaller spatula, and this acrylic dries very quick, and it's really warm in here, so you really do want to wipe your your palette knives off, especially if you're going to continue using them, and definitely as soon as you're finished. So, but I have a lot of stuff left over here, so I may go ahead and use that on another canvas, prime another canvas and get it ready. So I wanted to show you, here we go, back to this baby. And this is what we're going to do. Now that I've mixed over here, and I wanted to use this one, we're going to do some smaller passes in little places, and we're going to give it, yeah, these are the little babies that are hiding underneath. There you go. Very pretty, very pretty. Here. There you go. Now, personally, I like it when I take little bits and pieces of different colors and bring them together. I think that adds a really interesting touch to it, so big fan. There you go. Destroy that. Now, because we've just done a lot of these colors, if you use your brush or you use your knife and you hit them, you're gonna mush them. You could, if you wanted to be able to pass through it, you could let all the first go around of the blossoms, you could let that go ahead and dry before you went back in at it. But for the sake of this, I'm just gonna go for it. See that? Because I'd like something maybe right in here. In here. Okay. Now, I usually need to stand back a little bit and take a peek at something. Actually, I could do this. Oh, look at it. Yeah. Can you see this? You can't, but can you see that now? Let me move this up a little bit. Can you see that? There you go. Okay, so I'll come over here and kind of get this. So I would kind of like to see something in here. Now we're getting really close, so this is where you kind of get a little finicky. You could do a little bit here, a little bit there. But for the most part, we've kind of got this baby. Got it pretty much where I'd like it. Yep. Okay. One more. Right there. Boom. Boom. Maybe one right there. Okay. So, I'm kind of happy with this. And I am going to find a good place to hold it. And I'm going to bring that just a little closer so you can see. And, oops, I'm going to turn it just like that so you can not have the reflection of the lights. So we're going to go ahead and let these dry, and then I will see you guys back here. After your piece dries, you'll hop into the next segment. So thank you for joining. And right now I would, if you have any of your leftover product, go ahead and prime another canvas or do whatever you want with it. You could put it into a little plastic container like I did with the last one, like this, or use it. But it's going to dry really quick. So I look forward to seeing you, and we will finish these babies in the next one, okay? Thank you. Oh, and don't forget to wash your brushes or your knives.